NFL insider Ian Rappaport joined the gentleman at WFAN Radio to discuss the Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets rumors. I have 3 key takeaways from his interview. Let's get to it. Hold up. Key takeaway number 1, Ian Rappaport said that it is definitely possible the Jets trade for Aaron Rodgers, but there are some obstacles in the way that may make it unlikely. And he said that his prediction is essentially that Aaron Rodgers stays in Green Bay, but he does feel like this offseason, more than the previous 2 or 3 where there's Aaron Rodgers drama, contract, I want to stay, you drafted Jordan Love, this, that, or the other thing. This offseason, it feels more likely than previous ones that Aaron Rodgers is moved. And if he is moved, he's going to be moved out of conference to the AFC, where the Jets would be one of the top 2 or 3 teams in line to make a move for Rodgers. So definitely possible, but some obstacles that make it unlikely, according to Ian Rappaport. So yeah, there you go. Of course, it's easy to predict a negative. No, stupid Jets fans, you're not getting this quarterback. Sure, you can pick any one quarterback in any one team, and it's an unlikely event because there's 32 NFL teams, but it's definitely possible. And if you think it's impossible, then I don't know. You have to take it up with Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter, saying that the Packers are likely prefer to move on from Aaron Rodgers. That was the report from Schefty last week. So it's definitely a thing. And if it's not, it's the biggest smoke job of the offseason, and it is what it is. We have to go with the information we have. The information we have tells us it is possible. Got a dream. Number 2, it doesn't matter, as Ian Rappaport reminded us, if Aaron Rodgers don't want to be a Jet. And that sounds obvious, right? But I think as sports fans, I'm guilty of this sometimes. We want this quarterback, that quarterback, obsessing over, going back through their stats, fighting in the chats and on Twitter. The guy that you want sucks and only the guy that I want. And we don't even consider maybe Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr don't want to be Jets. Maybe they both do. Maybe one does and one doesn't. Now, Derek Carr has the full-blown no trade clause. Can't move me anywhere without my consent. But Aaron Rodgers has an effective trade clause. Look, the Green Bay Packers are not going to trade him somewhere he doesn't want to be. Number 1, they're not going to do that to a guy who's been with that organization for the better part of 2 decades now and who's won them a lot of football games and won them a Super Bowl. They're not going to do that. And as an acquiring team, if you're the Jets, you're not going to trade for a guy who's going to be held hostage and who just wants to make the remainder of the money he has left on the table. You can't bring in a 40-year-old quarterback who's checked out and quasi-retired and give up maybe 2 first-round picks to do it. No way. You can only have Aaron Rodgers here if he wants to be here. And as we get into key takeaway number 3, if you want to hit the thumbs up button, that'd be awesome. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe if you like talking about the Jets and having a fun time doing it. Now, the third part, and this is pretty interesting from Ian Rappaport, the timeline, because I think there's been a lot of talk of, with the top 2 guys who could be available with Rodgers and Carr, like, well, okay, the Carr deadline is looming where he could be traded or released by a couple days after the Super Bowl. You don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. Do you not make an offer to trade or either sign Carr and then you miss out on Rodgers and now you're down to plan C? But Rap Sheet said that he believes Joe Douglas is good at his job, Rappaport's words, and that the Jets should have pretty good intel very soon on A, is Aaron Rodgers available? B, does he want to come to the Jets? And C, what's the trade compensation looking like? They should be able to have a sense of that. So then it's like a sliding scale of, okay, they're going to say, with the information that we have, which is not perfect, how likely is it that we can get Aaron Rodgers? And based on that information, I think it's really likely. Maybe they don't even make an offer to Carr. If it's not likely at all, then maybe they do. Maybe they don't even like Derek Carr. Like, there's so many moving parts to this. Maybe they view Derek Carr and Jimmy G and Ryan Tannehill all in the same tier, and they're willing to risk missing out on Derek Carr to go for Rodgers, and then you have those other guys as a fallback plan. I don't know, but it's not like the Jets are going to be completely wading into the dark as this Carr deadline looms. They're gonna know something. They're gonna know something if they don't already. And hey, Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. Could it be a Super Bowl team? Check out this complete mock-off season, free agency, trades, draft, depth chart. Check it out. Go Jets.